Ikon Gallery in Birmingham in the UK has been showcasing photographic documentation of migrant communities in Birmingham by renowned photographer Vanley Burke in collaboration with Migrant Voice and University of Birmingham. A gift to Birmingham, which opened on the 23rd of March, features 17 portraits of members of Migrant Voice, a migrant-led national organization with a hub in Birmingham.
We know Migrant Voice, how important it is for us, Migrant Voice, to tell our own stories. And this is why we set up to speak for ourselves. But also photos are a brilliant tool to tell a story. So it really enabled us, gave us the opportunity to tell more of our stories, of those of us who are living in Birmingham, and this is our city, our home.
For Vanley Burke, it was important to portray participants in their natural environments, including their homes, community centers, and parks across the inner city.
For me, I think it's engagement with the people that I've been working with. I think first and foremost, I think it was very well organized, and I think it's always good to work like that. It helps very much to get to the subject matter, not necessarily the person, but what you're trying to achieve. So I didn't have to worry about turning up at any particular time. I didn't have to worry about meeting people. They were all organized and on time. And I was well chaperoned. And I think that facilitated the success of the project very much. I'm always very intrigued to meet new people, and likewise with this project, different personalities as well, and what they brought to the whole migrant stories. I found that quite exciting as well.
Each image tells a story of migration, either recent or long past, with subjects accompanied or alone. Displayed together, the photographs present a portrait of Birmingham as a super diverse city. Before being photographed, each participant was interviewed by researchers from the School of Education, University of Birmingham, on their experience of living and working in Birmingham.
This particular exhibition is part of a wider research project that I lead at the university. It's funded by the Economic and Social Research Council. And that project is about working with non-formal educators such as Migrant Voice, Ikon Gallery, organizations that as part of their mission also want to educate people about the various things. In this case it's about communities, and it's about immigrant communities in particular. So it's about working with those organizations and producing educational materials that address intercommunal barriers and challenges and tensions from an educational perspective. And so this exhibition was one part of that, and we've used the same materials, the same photographs and the stories that we collected from these people to produce education packs that we want to use to work with mainstream schools as well.
Ikon has, in collaboration with Dr Reza, Gholami, University of Birmingham, used the materials to create a set of schools packs, key stage 1, 2 and 3 for teachers and students to openly discuss sensitive issues and directly address conflict. Designed by artist-educator Haseebah, they include critical questions on subjects of race, language, culture and religion, and creative exercises, allowing learners to express their identities.
With the learning packs, we worked with the University of Birmingham to kind of tackle certain topics that need to be discussed a bit more in education systems, so language, diversity, what it means to be a migrant, and the difference between a migrant, a refugee and an asylum seeker, because not a lot of people know the difference between that. And then, kind of hitting hard on the things that need to be spoken about more but seem to be sugar-coated in schools. I think it's important because, a lot of things in art is meant for you to kind of say the things that you want to say. There's never been like a famous artist that hasn't been really standing out with their opinions, and I think that's the perfect opportunity as creatives, you can push yourself for these different opinions. You need to be political, you need to stand out and be dramatic, because that's the only way that your voice is going to get shown. As an artist myself, you know, I have my work about political issues, especially about the migrant crisis as well. There's so much negative connotations with it, so it needs to be explored even more and shown that, you know, without migrants there really isn't any history, and, you know, the migrant people are the people that have helped the country, you know, survive up to this point.
The showcase and the school's parks also include a film produced by Migrant Voice, which raises awareness of the difficulties experienced by those migrating to and within the UK. These resources are intended for practical application in dismantling of hostile environments and creating safe spaces to promote an anti-racist agenda within and beyond the classroom. With the residents from many parts of the world, the exhibition tours to Saathi House, Acton, and everyone photographed by Burke will receive a printed copy. Reporting from Birmingham, I am Selbin Kabote.